Good evening and welcome all to Five Flags Speedway for the BRL TV's coverage of the final round in the Bootleg Racing League Street Stock Series Season 26. I am Ryan Seneker, and up with me in the booth as always is VGN's own Matt Hoos, and we're going to bring you all of the exciting action tonight as we are privileged to witness the true embodiment of grassroots racing, a machine that captures the essence of stock car competition, the street stock. Ladies and gentlemen, let me formally welcome you to the heart-pounding world of street stock racing at the legendary Five Flags Speedway in Pensacola, Florida. Five Flags, with its storied history and iconic half-mile oval, is the perfect canvas for the street stocks to showcase their skills. These machines, born on the streets but modified for the track, represent the essence of grassroots racing, where pure determination and love for the sport come together. Looking closely at the street stocks, you'll see machines that have undergone careful modifications to enhance their performance. From the thunderous rumble of their V8 engines to the gleaming bodywork and purposeful stance, the drivers navigate these cars through the high banks and fly down the straights, showcasing their car control skills, bravery, and unwavering commitment to conquering every inch of this legendary track. These everyday heroes of the asphalt have come to prove their mettle, leaving it all on the line in pursuit of victory. So get ready to be swept away by the intensity, the speed, and the unwavering spirit of the Bootleg Racing League as they battle around this 40-lap feature event. Here in the BRL, the drivers will each get one fast repair but no tire changes. If you use them up in the early stages, well, that's all you get and your night is essentially over. Now, with those formalities out of the way, welcome again to Five Flags Speedway, where the street stocks redefine racing passion, where dreams are chased, and where legends are born. Matt, what kind of challenges do these drivers face tonight?
Well, Ryan, good to be with you. Good to be with you guys watching out there here at Five Flags Speedway. This is a tricky half-mile track. You're going to see these guys getting a little loose here. This is a high banks. They go fast. They're able to climb up out of these corners. These walls come up awful quick. You'll see some guys kind of scraping the walls here and there. But we expect a good race tonight. You got 18 people showing up for this final race of the season. This should be a good one.
Yeah, it's always great. You tend to see driver counts fall off toward the end of the season as people kind of give up and plan to start fresh next season. But it's great to see so many people coming out to give it a proper send-off. Now, as being the final round, let's take a quick look at the points. Jeffrey Harden with loose lugs, he's had a strong season and a strong hold on that championship going into the final round, with Lowell Jewell trailing back in second place, 13 points behind. Meaning Harden would have to wreck out in the early stage of the race, and Lowell would have to come out in the podium finish to take that championship away from him. The points battle I'm going to keep my eye on is between Lowell Jewell and Donnie Moore, teammates within Thunder Ridge Racing. Only 4 points between them as they both go for second place. It's very possible that either driver, even Donnie Moore, could steal second place away to finish off the season. Further back, we have Joe Segala and Bruce Pearson, another battle between teammates, both drivers with loose lugs, tied for fourth place, 325 points apiece. It's entirely, as the checker flag comes out tonight, one driver is going to be happy and one is going to be bumped to fifth place for sure. Looking outside the top five, you can see the points get more spread out, and really there's no battles further back that are going to be decided here tonight, being the final round.
Yeah, we got multiple stories going on here tonight. Of course, you got the different battles going on within the championships, and you got JR, Kenny, them guys making a comeback here at the last race of this season, getting ready to start next season with us again full time. So they're going to be favorites to win tonight, but some of these other guys that are running for these championships are going to be hungry, so it ain't going to be easy.
No, and that is the talk of the track tonight. The return of J.R. Shepard, Kenny Kibbe, and Austin Belke, all three returning to the Saturday night lineup, starting with the street stocks tonight. Now, looking at the grid, we have Tom Hilbert on the pole with Donnie Moore to his outside. Row 2, Matt Shanowski and Brandon Litz. Row 3, Bruce Pearson and Lowell Jewell. Row 4, Joe Segala and Lewis Flowers. Further back, we have Chris Davis and Nathan Guilford in Row 5. Todd Liston and Jeffrey Harden, our current points leader, Row 6. Kurt Smith, J.R. Shepard, Row 7. Chris Hazlip, Justin Walbring in Row 8. Then you have Kenny Kibbe, Brian Dean, and Trey Bloom rounding out now a 19-car field. We stand corrected. This is going to be a busy, busy track tonight with 19 cars here. I know it's a 3/4 mile track, but that's a lot of cars.
This is going to be a good race, which these guys, you got Lowell there in 6th. His main goal today is going to be trying to stay out of trouble, stay clean, and at least get towards the top 5. That's his best chance of overtaking Hardin. And Hardin's going to be coming from 12th, so the same goes for him. He's going to have to try to stay out of trouble, and with this many cars, you never know what's going to happen here.
Very unpredictable getting through traffic. Hardin has twice as much traffic to deal with as Lowell, so that gives Lowell a leg up. But still, like we were saying, it would have to be a catastrophic beginning for Hardin if he's going to lose the championship tonight. You see the drivers all doubled up, coming around for their first formation lap. Thomas Hilbert in command of the field. I'm thinking Donnie Moore's going to have something for Hilbert off the jump. Donnie knows how close he is to Lowell in the points. I think he has something up his sleeve for us tonight.
Yeah, I think he's going to be hanging it out going into 1 and 2 and trying to make that outside work, because early in the race on this first restart, and if we have more restarts, that's when that outside's going to work the best. We'll see how that progresses later through the race.
All right, coming through turns 3 and 4, pace car dips off. Oh, a good start from Hilbert. He got on the loud pedal early, but Moore was ready for him. Jumped out to a strong lead off the go. That might be too early for Moore. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a black flag for that move. But he's continuing to run, so it is green and clear. Pearson looking low to take away second place with Joe Segala. And Chris Davis directly behind him. Kurt Smith tucked in behind. Lowell Jules still trapped up top, nowhere to go. Boxed in behind Hilbert and stuck above Kurt Smith. And he is just bleeding spots in this start.
They made it through that 3 wide there. That was looking a little sketchy.
I saw a little contact back with Guilford trying to get under Hilbert, and it didn't go as well. And you see the 44 up into the wall, recovered it nicely and continued running, but yeah, he lost a lot of spots off that little mistake. Already, we're only on lap 4. Your big mover up 7 spots. Kurt Smith, he is making a strong charge as we see J.R. Shepard looking 3 wide, trying to get between Kenny Kibbe and the 99 there of Guilford. And Hilbert stuck up there too. Guilford backed out smartly. I think they're all struggling right now to see how they're going to get around the 61. Now you have Chris Hazlip stuck between Kibbe and Shepard, not where any driver wants to be stuck. All right, Kibbe clears underneath. He does hold the position as Hazlip falls back. Hazlip now running in 11th, still up 4 spots from where he started. Donnie Moore is wasting no time pulling away from Pearson. He has a strong half a second lead on the rest of the field as they're all kind of getting bottlenecked up behind Segala and Davis.
Yeah, Donnie's sitting in the perfect spot right now. He just got that clean air. He can just run the line he wants to. That's where you want to be.
There is your points leader, Jeffrey Hardin of Loose Lugs. He's already up 5 spots. He's currently running in 7th. Strong start for him as he closes on the back of Kurt Smith.
We got a caution.
We do have a caution on the field. It is Justin Walbring. Let's see what happened to Justin. You see Justin coming through turn 3 out of 4, right behind Hilbert. Oh, and there was contact ahead, and he had to make a sudden move to avoid contact. I think that was Hazlip. Let's see if we can find out what happened there.
Yeah, that's kind of weird situation there.
All right, here we're watching Hazlip coming down the front stretch. Hazlip just got loose all on his own, just like you were saying in the beginning, Matt. These cars are going to have a serious loose condition they're going to have to deal with, and Hazlip just learned that the hard way. Good job on the field avoiding, because he was almost sideways down into turn 1. Unfortunately for Walbring, he got some of the inside wall, and that might have some serious damage.
I'm going to say these guys did a good job for the first 9 laps here, or whatever it was. That was a hectic 9 laps. These guys, they were 3 wide at times, and just surprised to see all them guys make it through all that.
Well, I mean, you alluded to it in the beginning, Matt, that these cars are loose. It's going to get worse as the track heats up, as these tires get greasy. And already we're starting to see a lot of rear ends swaying around coming out of the corners, so these drivers are feeling it. And with that, let's take a quick moment. I'm going to pull up Chris Davis. Let's see what Chris has to say. Chris, it's Ryan up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Ron. What's going on, man?
Chris, you're already up 5 spots, running in 4th. I know the outside's not ideal, but how do you feel this race is starting off for you?
It's starting off pretty well. You know, I'm getting runs on Joe Segala there ahead of me, but he's so loose coming off. I'm afraid if I bump him, I'm going to spin him, and I'm really trying hard not to do that. So we're going to see what we can do here on the outside here on the start.
All right, sounds good. Now, I know you guys are doubling up, so I won't keep you long. How does the car feel? Is it really loose to you tonight, or is it feeling pretty solid?
It is pretty loose. The track feels greasy. I kind of like it. I don't have as much rear braking as I normally would, but let's see what we got.
All right, good luck to you, Chris. All right, that was Chris Davis, number 7. He'll be sitting in the booth for VGN's broadcast later on tonight for the Late Model Invitational Series. Pace car pulls off. Donnie Moore in control this time. Moore real early on the loud pedal, takes off to a strong lead as we got a 3 wide for second place. Chris Davis backs out. Now it is between Pearson and Segala. Segala, as we all know, is not one to give up a good battle. He's going to keep his nose in there as best he can. And it looks like Segala is going to actually get Pearson's position away from him as Pearson falls back into the clutches of Chris Davis. Further back, you have Lowell Jewell under pressure from J.R. Shepard. Kurt Smith still stranded on the outside of J.R. Nope, Kurt Smith does tuck in. Kenny Kibbe following suit right behind. And now you have the 62 of Lewis Flowers, series rookie, up there stuck trying to find his way down below Brian Dean. Davis still the inside of Pearson. Nowhere to go so much as Segala is directly in front of him, but he does clear ahead and secure 3rd place.
You know, just looking back here, you got Harden still running in 12th position. I think he knows that he's got this championship wrapped up if he can just keep that car clean, so he's just running a smart race, staying out of trouble, and minding his own business tonight, I believe.
Oh, if I was in Harden's position, I'd be doing the same thing. Just keeping a nice quiet evening, take my championship, and go home. He knows as long as he finishes somewhere above dead last, he's got this thing in the bag.
Yeah, he's ran a perfect season. Let's call it a championship season. Just having good, solid finishes all season, not getting wrapped up in stuff. And that's why he's in the points lead.
Oh, exactly. Consistency wins championships. And there we see Chris Davis move up into 2nd place, got to the inside of Segala, and that opened the door for Pearson to follow him on through. And we have another caution out on the Speedway, this time from Lewis Flowers. Let's see what happened to Flowers. There's the 62 going into the corner. Got a little bump from Harden. That was the weirdest bump, though. I don't think Harden meant to make contact. I think they were just running so close together, and Flowers didn't get on the throttle when Harden expected. Let's see if we can get a better viewpoint of that.
I can't say for sure, but I'm going to say it's that loose condition that you're getting when you're coming off of these corners. And he might have slowed up just a little bit when he got loose.
I see, following each other, and yeah, you do see his rear coming out. He was loose. That's why he didn't get on the throttle, and Harden really had nowhere to go. I don't think there was even actually contact.
No, I believe you're right, Ryan. I think that was all Lewis getting loose himself.
Yeah, I don't believe Harden even made contact. I think Harden dove up trying to avoid as Flowers was coming around on his own. That's unfortunate for Flowers. He's had a strong, well, the last 4 races he's been with us, he's had a strong finish. That's an unfortunate way to start off his race as we now hit the halfway point of the evening. Donnie Moore still a strong hold on that lead, but Chris Davis was not letting him run away this time. And J.R. Shepard is up to 5th, up 10 positions. The only driver to go further than that is Kenny Kibbe, up 10 positions.
Yeah, while we're under caution here, speaking of, well, next season these street stocks will be back, but there's going to be one big change, and that could affect, like, Flowers spinning out there, making contact with these other guys. This last race of the season, they have a fast repair where they're able to go in and get that car fixed. Next season, that will be gone. So you could see a lot change as far as people being able to finish races.
Yeah, I'm predicting it'll make drivers, once they get used to the change, a little more calculating with their moves and not quite as, impulsive. But we'll see how that all shapes out. But yeah, this would have been an ender right there for Flowers for sure. As there goes Moore back on the loud pedal, clears out ahead of Davis back in the lead. Segala and Pearson back in battle, just where they were. That's also blocking J.R. Shepard from progressing. And Lowell Jewell, just bad luck all night, keeps starting from the outside. He's just going to lose more spots the longer he stays up there. See these drivers bobbing and weaving as they're trying to keep this loose car under control coming out of these corners. As Donnie Moore pulled away to a 0.4 of a second lead. Chris Davis directly behind him, and both have started to break away from Joe Segala. There is now a 0.5 gap between Joe Segala and Chris Davis, and that gap is growing. So Joe might be the proverbial cork in the bottle, as you were.
Yeah, the longer Bruce and Segala race side by side, the further them front two are going to pull away. And just as I say that, they're no longer doing it.
Yeah, I think Pearson's starting to realize how futile it is to stay out there that long. But he really has nowhere to dip back into as JR is putting pressure on Segala right now for third. You can just see Joe, how hard he's sawing on that wheel to keep it low in the corners, as his tires are definitely angry at him. Pearson continues to fall back, now behind Kenny Kibbe. Pearson back in 6th. See if he can tuck him ahead of Dean. But I don't think he's going to be able to. Dean closes that door pretty quick when he sees Pearson coming down. Lowell Jewell still trapped up top. Nowhere to go. He is boxed in.
Yeah, the high side here is just not where you want to be. And if you have a line of cars underneath you, you're almost better just to lift off the gas and let everybody go and get in line, because the longer you stay up and fight, the worse you're burning up your tires.
J.R. Shepard made his move, got below Segala, and is going for third place. Kenny Kibbe trying to follow him under. That is bad news for Donnie Moore and Chris Davis. There is 10 laps to go at the line, and that is more than enough time for these two drivers to get up front. Donnie Moore seems to have lost a little pace because Chris Davis is all over that bumper and even looking to the inside now. I think Donnie's tires are starting to give up on him. You can see that Donnie's he's sliding up, starting to push in those corners a lot more than Davis is, which is surprising because Davis had to go through more traffic to get here. So you would expect Davis's car to be in worse condition, and there's already J.R. Shepard joining the party.
Well, I think when you're seeing Donnie push up in the corners, he's trying to take that low line away from Chris, and so it forces him up in the center of the corners because he's entering the corners a little bit too low.
And just like that, Shepard and Kibbe are below Davis, taking away second place. Davis is going to get shuffled back to 4th, and Donnie Moore better get his foot down on that accelerator if he wants to hold on to that lead. Here riding on board with J.R. Shepard, you can even hear the tires squealing coming around these corners with how loose these cars are. It almost sounds like he's riding up and the pebbles up high. Already, Shepard has cut that gap down by half. He is now 3/10 behind your leader, Donnie Moore. And coming out of that corner, took another 10th off. He is now 1 car length behind Donnie. JR is not messing around. He knows it's time to go as he effectively gets right on Donnie's bumper half a lap later. Surprising to see, Kenny Kibbe did not clear on Davis. Davis was able to defend and hold that position. And now is even looking to the inside of JR as JR looks high. So if JR can't effectively pass on the high side, Davis will block him off and push him back to third. You would think with a driver like JR, he's made that calculation in his own head and he knows he has a good chance of pulling this off. Otherwise, he would not open himself up like that to Davis.
What he's going to do is he's going to pinch Donnie down to where he can't come up and get the run off the corners, which kills Donnie's momentum, which is going to make that high side work just enough to where he's going to edge Donnie out at the start-finish line if he can make that happen.
All right, white flag is out. Coming down the back stretch is JR ahead by a nose. Let's see what happens coming out of 4. I think you're right. I think momentum is going to go in the way. Oh, no. Contact. Donnie Moore around. J.R. Shepard is going to take the checkered flag. Oh, that's very unfortunate for Donnie Moore. You know he's saying some unfavorable things right now. Let's take a quick look back on what just happened there with Donnie Moore and Chris Davis. Riding on board with Davis. Here they come. I think Davis might have just been a little overeager. Made just a little contact, forcing Moore's nose down, and he just ping-ponged off of that wall, collecting Chris Davis, and I saw Joe Segala as well.
Yeah, what happens with these cars is they got that wedge nose on there, and even though it looks to the driver like your hood ends there, you got to remember there's another foot that sticks out beyond that. And I've been a victim of that, and I've been guilty of that, doing that same thing.
Well, I think they just had a refresher course on that one. But we are going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with your official iRacing results, so don't go far.
Streaming cyberspace into your place. Sponsored by Gargamel's Kitchen. From Five Flags Speedway, it's the Virtual Grip Network's final round coverage of the Bootleg Racing League's late model series. From Pensacola on this Saturday night, John Hine, along with yours truly, Phil Stoops, on high up in the broadcast booth to bring you our words eye view. We play Ryan Seneca, turning the knobs and pushing the sliders. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, makes you want to holler, hi-da-ho!
And welcome back. Here are your official race results. J.R. Shepard with Different Path Motorsports. No surprise here. He took the checkered flag. Welcome back to the series, J.R. Coming home in second place is Donnie Moore. Behind him, Lowell Jewell, Jeffrey Harden, and Bruce Pearson will round out your top 5. Jeffrey Harden came in 4th. That means he is officially your season champion. Congratulations, Jeffrey. Kenny Kibbe came home in 6th. Kurt Smith 7th. Brian Dean 8th, Nathan Guilford 9th, and Todd Liston, a quiet 10th place. Then you have Matt Chinoski, Chris Davis, Chris Hazlip, Trey Bloom, Joe Sagala, Brandon Litz, Tom Hilbert, Justin Walbring, and Lewis Flowers, rounding out your 19-car field. Joe Sagala came home in 15th. He is the lucky pole sitter going into the next season on Friday. And with that, let's dial up your second place finisher, Donnie Moore. Donnie, it's Ryan up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Ryan. Yep.
Let's just go straight to it. Last lap, turn 4. Ouch. I'm pretty glad you're happy you didn't have a hot mic when that happened.
Yeah, you don't hit the button. That's disappointing. Yeah, I know JR was coming. He was making his move on the outside, but I think I was going to hold him off. But that's too bad.
Yeah, that was lined up to be a great finish. Let's go earlier in the race. You were up. Well, you actually finished right where you started, second place. But you fell back and you came back again, and you held the lead for a long, long time. Did you ever feel under pressure throughout the race before JR got to your bumper?
No, I didn't. Although later in the race there, Chris was right on my bumper there, and he was pressuring me a little bit, but should have went to the outside like JR.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a solid run for you. Second place finish. You can't be too upset with that. I believe you're still third in the points, unfortunately, but you gave Lowell a run for his money. You really kept him under pressure watching where you were throughout the night. So other than that, Donnie, is there anyone you'd like to thank for a second place finish and third in the points for the season?
Well, we can start with Lowell. Yeah, for doing all this. This is a great league. You guys, you do a great job up here, Ryan, and for the competition here. Yeah.
All right, Donnie. Congrats on your finish. Go have a cold one for me and just put it on Chris Davis's tab. All right.
Appreciate it, Ryan. Thanks.
All right, that was Donnie Moore, your second place finisher. And now, Matt, I believe you've caught up with Jeffrey Harden. He came home in 5th, your champion driver.
Hey, Jeff, first off, congratulations on a very consistent championship this season.
Thank you, Matt. That's kind of a crazy way to close it out right there at the end.
Yeah, were you just hanging out in the back playing it smart for your championship tonight?
I was just trying to stay close to Lowell, and I'm not sure what happened early on there. Me and the 62 got together and sent me to the back, and then we got together again and sent him around. I feel bad about that. I think it was a net code. I didn't have any contact that I couldn't stay off of.
Yeah, you just had tonight was just another example of your season you've had. You just keep plugging away, and you just keep staying out of trouble, and you end up front. And again, congratulations, man. Ryan, you got anything for Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff, congratulations on the championship. You had a great run all season. Consistent finishes, always in the top 10. And I just want to lay some of your concerns to rest. From our point of view, the contact with 62, it looked like he was loose on his own and you never actually touched him.
All right, good. I feel better about that. I don't like turning guys.
No, it looked like he got lost all on his own and you were just trying to avoid no contact made, so you can rest easy on that one. But a great run, great season. Great to have you here.
Thanks, Ryan, and thanks to you and Matt for doing the broadcast.
And I was going to say good luck on the rest of his championships tonight.
Yeah, sorry, I kicked him out of the booth prematurely. Hope you won't hold it against me. All right, but if you liked what you saw here tonight, you can catch us again next Friday. This will be a new time slot, all right? We're going to be back Friday at 7:10 p.m. Eastern, so you'll definitely want to catch that one from New Smyrna. But directly after this, in literally 10 minutes, we'll be back for the SK Modified Series. That's also their Season 32 finale, the longest-running BRL series, so don't miss that one. That'll be a great show. Everything you've seen and heard tonight was made possible by the Skidder Creek Motorsports Group, home to the Bootleg Racing League, the GT Racing League, Thunder Ridge Racing, and the Virtual Grip Network. For more information, visit them over at skittercreek.com. This has been a production of BRL TV, a broadcasting service aimed at giving up-and-coming commentators and directors a place to get their feet wet in the world of sim racing broadcasting. If you've ever wondered if you have what it takes to broadcast live races, this is your chance to get some experience without any pressure. If you're interested in getting in on the fun, visit bootlegracingleague.com to find out how. Now, from all of us up here in the BRL TV booth, myself, Matt Huth, Lowell Jewell, thank you for watching, and have a great night.